So hello everyone, my name is Greg and this is a video on how I'm using Beatstep with Korg Gadget. As you know, before, for the ones that you have already have the app, um, there was a major update before 1 or 2 months that they've added some really nice stuff. I will talk to you about specific about MIDI, but let me tell you that now it has an EQ per channel and also a compressor. It has an Arpeggiator that can be so sweet in a gadget like Berlin that it was monophonic or maybe doubling for some bass. And there is also this chord on option that it was in some of the gadgets. Maybe it was on the models, it was on the Marseille. For example, I remember, if I remember correctly, there wasn't here. So, and the main thing that I would talk to you, it's MIDI. You can now choose a MIDI input for each gadget. So that means that you can control each gadget separately if you have a controller that can do that. What I'm saying is that it needs to be able to change the MIDI channels. So what I have done here is basically I opened the function button and this uh, this pops up and it has specific CCs for each action that you want to do. So for example, let's say cutoff, it's on number 1. I went and in this knob I mapped it on MIDI channel 1, this to be the CC1. So what I have now, it's, sorry, as you can see, I can change the cutoff frequency. So there are, you can do whatever you want with the mappings, but what I have done, it's here I have mostly in all gadgets the filtering section. Here I have the envelopes for the amplifier and some of the effects or maybe some other stuff that I would like to control. For example, here I have pick, I have the envelope amount, and also I have byte that you cannot find it to another gadget. And also I mapped wave and glide. Glide is something pretty standard for this kind of synth. And of course, I've added the notes that you can play. So if I go to the next one, the specific one, it's on channel 4. You will find some of the functions the same. This is pretty basic on what it has. I didn't map any of those because it's too much. You don't want to get lost. So what I have here, if I go to channel 4, it's the frequency, resonance, and if I go back here, ADSR, the effects, and also I have always in this number 8 knob volume. The downside for the specific controller, it's that, for example, let's say I go back, I'm going to the filter and I have it all the way up. If I go back to Chicago and I change my channel, and by the time that I will move my knob, it will go straight to the value that it was when I left it to the other gadget. I also have Berlin channel 6 for me. So if I play, and let's see some of the Arpeggiator. For last, I have London, and I would say that in case you jam only with Gadget or you use as a main drum machine London, then this is pretty awesome. I mean, if you don't have one that you can choose the MIDI channels, for sure you should have London mapped. So what I have here is I have .8. I trigger the samples from this row, and here I've made mute buttons. So you can easily take off the elements that you don't want and start having a groove pretty easy. And I also added these volume faders for each sample, but I don't use it a lot. For last, I will do a small demonstration. I also have opened Audiobuss. As a name, I have Gadget, and as an output, I have Loopy. I always use Loopy as an output, so this is the way I'm building tracks. And I have already made some rhythm, some drums here. I have it on channel 9, and as you can see, there is also a map on my channel for Loopy. So I press play.